Hi everyone,
Hi.
and welcome to a special Gladsley review. We hope you're all doing well, and we've just recently come back from watching Space Jam: A New Legacy, and here's our review.
So it's been 25 years since the last Space Jam movie.
Wow.
I feel old.
Definitely.
This time we have LeBron James. Him and his son has been taken by a digital AI gone rogue called Algae Rhythm, played by Don Cheadle, who was awesome. The AI has tricked Dom into turning against LeBron, so now LeBron has enlisted the help of the Looney Tunes into a basketball game to not only win his son back, but also save everyone trapped in the digitized world.
Just want to start off as well with the opening scene of the film, which was a lot like the original Space Jam. Obviously not Michael Jordan, but LeBron James.
Yeah, it had that Space Jam feel straight away. And speaking of LeBron James, I thought he did a pretty good job here.
Yeah, considering he's not an actor. I mean, I didn't personally know who he was, but we don't follow basketball, so we wouldn't. But it was nice to see his career on the screen, to see obviously how great he is as an athlete. Obviously, he's amazing, and it was just nice to see.
Yes, he did a really good job. Thumbs up. Don Cheadle, however, stole the show for me.
It was the same for me all the way through. He just made me laugh, and as well, I was just like, I really don't want him to be a bad guy. It doesn't suit him. I've only known him as the Avenger, and yeah, it looked really odd. He did a good job, obviously, because it's Don Cheadle, and there was a lot of funny moments with him as well.
Yeah, he did a good job with the comedic side of him. And you liked his outfits.
His outfits changed every 10 seconds. It was like, no one else can pull off a silver, metallic suit like Don Cheadle.
And then, of course, we have the Looney Tunes. It took a while for them to come into the film. I think a good half an hour, really.
Yeah, it was quite slow going with that. I was like, where are they? I don't see any.
But it was great to see them back on the big screen again. I felt some of the voices were a little bit weird.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they've probably changed a lot over the years. It's not going to be the same people, but you could tell that. I don't know why you could tell, but you just could. It just sounded a little bit unusual.
The two that was a little bit off for me was Marvin the Martian, which isn't too bad because he wasn't in it that much. But Bugs Bunny, it wasn't like, oh my God, it was terrible.
No, it wasn't. It was only Sly. But I noticed it as well.
I preferred a more Mel Blanc interpretation rather than this new version.
Have to say as well, the animation didn't disappoint at all. It was so colourful. It was exactly how you see it in the trailer. That's exactly how it is. It's so spot on. I couldn't fault it at all.
Yeah, absolutely. And I like that there was that 2D animation as well, seeing all the Looney Tunes characters in there, and as well in the CGI computer effects as well. It's really, really nice, just colourful. I mean, to be honest, when I finished watching the film, my eyes were just kind of burning in a good way. Just sort of like the amount of colour and animation that you saw in this movie. So, as we said earlier in the plot, we said that everyone was trapped into the digitized world. And when we say everyone, we do mean everyone. So not only we had people from Earth being sucked into this weird basketball tournament, everyone in kind of Warner Brothers library was in there. It was reminded me of Ready Player One.
Yeah.
So you had like all the Hanna-Barbera characters in the background. We've had Batman, DC, Godzilla,
King
Iron
Kong.
Giant.
There was just like there was loads, and I just found myself just like dazing off and just thinking, oh, how many can I spot? And I was like, it's taking me away from the actual basketball game. I'm like, I want to look for these other people. There was just loads, and it went on and on and on. It was just crazy.
And that's our minor nitpick for this movie. It did have way too much going on. There was a scene where Dom was creating all the goon squad and then turning it up to 100, and this is what this movie was. This was kind of Space Jam turned up to 100. You had so much going off that it was a little bit jarring, especially in the final scenes in the basketball court. You was trying to see what the main action was, but at the same time wanting to see what was going on in the background. It was a bit too jarring for me.
Yeah, there was just moments where it kind of like went off on itself and went in another direction, as though it had just had like 10 rounds of energy drink. And I was like, what's going on now? And yeah, it just kind of like all exploded at once. It was very odd.
A little bit
unusual.
unfocused in areas.
The only other thing I felt a little bit disappointed with was I just wanted a little bit more of a soundtrack. I wanted a bit more of its own songs for its own identity of a film.
Yeah.
But there wasn't really much of that in there, so I felt a bit disappointed in that, because I felt like it should have had something like that in there, like the original Space Jam had. It had a lot of music, but this didn't really have that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I prefer the soundtrack to the original Space Jam rather than this one, especially with like DMX and R. Kelly and so forth.
That was really good.
Yeah, lots of catchy tunes in there. I didn't have that.
No, I think it would have given it a bit more identity.
Agreed.
So overall, I'm going to give this a 6 out of 10. I really did enjoy this film. I thought it was quite entertaining. I think kids are going to enjoy it. I think adults are going to enjoy it also. I would have liked a bit more of a movie soundtrack for it. And yeah, the animation was fantastic. Actors was great.
I agree with you. 6 out of 10 is pretty much a fair score for Space Jam: A New Legacy. The acting was good, considering one is a basketball player. Animation was spot on, couldn't fault it really, but again, just a little bit unfocused and a bit jarring towards the end for me. It's definitely a fun family movie. I wouldn't say it's for really young kids. I think they're going to check out, especially with it being half an hour until we see any Looney Tunes characters come into the film. But yeah, more of a sort of slightly older kids family movie. But what do you think of Space Jam: A New Legacy? Do you enjoy this one more than the original Space Jam movie? It's out now in cinemas in the UK and in the US, and also in the US you can watch it on HBO Max. So let us know in the comments, are you going to go to the cinema, especially in America, or are you going to watch it on HBO Max? And more importantly, LeBron or Jordan?
As always, guys, thanks very much for watching. Please like, share and subscribe. Stay safe, and we'll see you again soon for some more reviews.
Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.